You thought you knew everything about the Shawshank Redemption, but you've never heard this. Behind the bars of Shawshank, hidden beneath the surface of one of the greatest films ever made, are secrets that were never meant to be revealed. Until now. From deleted scenes that would have changed the film forever, to real-life prison horrors the actors endured, what you're about to discover will change the way you see the movie forever. Released in 1994, The Shawshank Redemption wasn't an instant box office hit, but it slowly climbed to become a cultural phenomenon. It's now considered one of the most beloved films in cinematic history. But behind that legacy lies a treasure trove of hidden details, production nightmares, and unheard stories that never made it to the public. Let's start with something shocking: Morgan Freeman's iconic narration.
Calm.
Poetic. Deeply moving. But did you know? Freeman had to record it over and over again for weeks, all because of a technical error. His voice, smooth and flawless in the final cut, was the result of agonizing retakes and even bleeding vocal cords. He later admitted it was one of the most physically painful roles of his life. And then there's Tim Robbins, who played Andy Dufresne. In one of the film's most iconic scenes, when Andy crawls through 500 yards of sewage, the waste wasn't computer-generated. It was actually a mixture of chocolate syrup and sawdust. Robbins had to crawl through that concoction for real, for hours, in a dim, claustrophobic tunnel. And the stench? Crew members say it was indescribable. But here's something even die-hard fans don't know. The film nearly had a completely different ending. In early test screenings, the final shot didn't show Andy and Red reunited on the beach. Instead, it ended with Red riding the bus, hopeful but still uncertain. Audience reactions?
Confused.
Unfulfilled. Director Frank Darabont fought hard to change it. That final reunion scene, bathed in sunlight and hope, wasn't even in the original script. It was a last-minute decision that transformed the movie's emotional impact and arguably helped secure its place in cinematic history. Another hidden gem? Clancy Brown, who played the brutal Captain Hadley, was offered the chance to go full villain, but he refused. Brown turned down the director's suggestion to make Hadley more sadistic, insisting on a more nuanced, humanized character. That creative pushback added unexpected layers to a role that could have easily been one-dimensional. And you may have noticed the gorgeous, haunting cinematography. But the truth is, the shoot was a nightmare. Filmed in a real abandoned prison in Ohio, the cast and crew endured extreme heat, asbestos exposure, and even ghost sightings. Several crew members claimed to have seen shadowy figures in the prison at night, figures that weren't part of any production. Some were so rattled, they refused to return to the set. Then there's the story of Stephen King, the author of the original novella, Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. He famously sold the rights to Darabont for just $1.
Why?
Because he believed in the story more than the money. Years later, Darabont sent him a framed dollar bill with a thank you note. King still keeps it on his wall. Perhaps most surprising of all, the movie was almost buried in obscurity. Despite critical acclaim, it tanked at the box office. The studio didn't know how to market a prison drama with no big action or romance. It wasn't until VHS sales and TV reruns that the film exploded into legend.
Now?
It's ranked the #1 film of all time on IMDb. So next time you watch The Shawshank Redemption, remember, what you see on screen is just the surface. Behind those stone walls and barbed wire lies a story filled with sacrifice, struggle, and secrets that took decades to surface. These secrets weren't meant to be told. But now that you know them, you'll never look at Shawshank the same way again.